Greetings, everyone. So last time we took a look at doing some measurements of the center. So today we're going to take a look at doing measurements that are based on the spread of these numbers. So I like to think of the spread as kind of the range from smallest to largest. This is the data that we had from 2.1 earlier in the chapter, and I'm just going to reuse it. We already have a stem plot. It's already in order, so it makes it really nice and easy for me to write out these numbers. I got a 5, I have 4 10s, I've got a 12, a 15, 20, 20, 25, 30, 30, 40. We're going to start running out of room here, so we're going to move all these guys over. $40, $40, and $60 it looks like. And I'll double check this in just a second. I should have 15 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, to find the median, I am going to take the number of numbers plus 1 divided by 2, and I'm going to take the 8th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here is my median. All right. So one of the things that I want to find when I'm talking about the spread is also way over here. Here is my minimum number, and here's my maximum number. All right, so I've got from 5 to 60. I know what my middle number is. But I also want to do and use something called the quartiles. All right, so quartiles, just like you think of a quarter of a football game or whatever, it means I'm going to divide this thing into 4 groups. Now, the way that is best to think about the quartile is I am going to find over here, this quartile is going to be the median of the first half or set of numbers, and this one is going to be the median of the second set of numbers. All right, so this is my median right here. That means I have, this was the 8th number, I've got 7 numbers over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So remember, 7 plus 1 divided by 2 tells me that it's going to be the 4th number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is my quartile number 1. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Got 7 numbers, 7 plus 1 divided by 2, the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is quartile number 2. So in essence, you are finding the median of the first half of numbers and the median of the second half of numbers. All right, and that's how we get our quartiles. All right, now I moved over this set of numbers onto a new screen for us, really just to point out that this is in many cases referred to as the 5-number summary. It includes 5 pieces of information: the minimum, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the max. All right, and that's important to remember, that this 5-number summary, because this is also how I'm going to make something that is referred to as a box plot. Some people refer to it as a box and whiskers plot. What's going to happen is I am going to mark out on a graph where the minimum is. I'm going to find the first quartile, and that's where we start. Our first box is going to go all the way to where the median is, and then there's going to be another line. Our next quartile, and I forgot a couple numbers here, and then it goes all the way out to our maximum. Now, I've arranged these numbers in order. So this isn't how I'd make the box and whiskers plot. I'm instead, first of all, I'm going to move a couple of these things out of the way, and I'm going to show you how the box and whiskers plot gets made. So let's get this stuff. Let's just extend that page and move it on down here. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to take, and I will just do it on a new page. I'm going from 5 to 60. All right. So I'm going to make a chart that is going to go, here's 0, here's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You get the idea. Don't have to count out loud. So there is what I'm going to use for my chart. I am going to mark those things that I had, and I'm going to double check them in a second, but I believe the minimum was 5. The median, the maximum I know was 60. Let's check out quartile 1 and quartile 3 here. So I had quartile 1 is 10, 20, and 30 for these things. So notice quartile 1 is at 10, median was at 20, quartile 3 is at 30. And you should start to see something interesting about this box plot, because here is the smallest number, 5. Here's the largest number, 60. And I like to go through and put these other ones in here right away. I'm going to put the 20 in. This is the median number. Quartile 1 goes all the way down to 10. So here is my box for the first quartile. And then I have the little line that goes out here. So notice minimum, quartile 1, median, and then my next quartile is at 30. So this is pretty well divided up right here. There's quartile 3. But notice this long tail here. That kind of helps me to see, as we saw with the stem plot, this data is skewed over to the right. And that's because this long tail, it has this outlier out there. So that is what a box plot is going to look like. All right, and the box plot helps us find some of the measures of spread. You know, the range, minimum, maximum, the 4 quarters, dividing those numbers up. So the box plot, next time we're going to be taking a look at a few things that go along with these quartiles, namely the inner quartile range, and a few other measurements before we get into the standard deviation as well.